What some experts believe is causing red tide on the Suncoast beaches. Plus, we have more details on an emergency helicopter landing in North Sarasota. And an emergency road repair is underway in downtown Bradenton after a water main break. Now, you can avoid traffic in that area over the next 2 weeks. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Jacqueline is on assignment tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping our news, the impact of red tide washing up again today at some Sarasota County beaches. Crews spending the day cleaning up thousands of dead fish. But those beaches remain open today. The county started working on removing the dead fish at 7 a.m. along Siesta Key and Lido Beach using mechanical raking. The Sheriff's Office work offender program spending the first part of the day at Turtle Beach, bagging the dead fish by hand. They also worked at beaches in Venice and Englewood. The county will continue to clean up our beaches as necessary.
We're going to remain optimistic that it's going to continue to get better. It's a little better today than yesterday. So we are hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst so that we're ready.
County is prepared to continue to do beach cleanups every day until the dead fish stop washing up. Mote marine scientists say they're also getting pressure from the community to answer questions. They say they've been monitoring the red tide algae in the Gulf of Mexico since last November, and they're working with the FWC to find solutions. They say their ultimate goals here are to improve the speed of the red tide forecast, prevention, control, public health protection, and expansion of local community outreach and engagement. On Monday, they'll be hosting a web video chat about Florida red tide research and response efforts. ABC 7 has been covering the red tide outbreak from every angle. You can log on to our website, mysuncoast.com, to access all of our coverage, including answers to your most frequently asked questions. Let's get a check now on our Friday evening weather with meteorologist Steve Newman, who's in for Bob tonight.
Hey Scott, we've got a lot of thunderstorms rumbling in from the southeast across the Suncoast right now. One in particular is right over downtown Sarasota, pretty close to it. Punta Gorda got doused earlier and cooled them off a little bit, and those storms traveled along the I-75 corridor, cooled off Northport. But now what's left of it is right part of Sarasota down Fruitville Road and over University Park, maybe a little Lakewood Ranch, but that's going to pass off to the mouth of Tampa Bay in the next couple of hours, and behind it I think we'll see an end of showers and thunder showers for a little bit, but more is possible. Be alert to these blue lightning bolts. Stay indoors in that area because those bolts are very powerful and dangerous. They can kill you. Current temperatures across the state: 91 at Tampa, 82 at Pensacola, 89 down at Key West. And across our viewing area, pretty much in the 80s, but a little bit of rain cooling where you're seeing those yellows. And here's the satellite sequence showing that flow coming in from the southeast and our forecast for the night. Once these storms pass by, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, looks like they'll become less, and then overnight skies will clear and will remain dry. Our temperature forecast as we move through the evening hours with this cooling from the thunderstorms down into the 70s overnight, and that chance of thunderstorms ends about midnight. Our complete forecast and tropical weather outlook coming up in a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Steve, thank you. For many of these current red tide blooms are the worst we've seen here in recent years, leading to comparisons to the toxic blue-green algae in Lake Okeechobee, and concern the two may be connected. ABC 7's Adam Cellini talked to a scientist today and explains why that's probably not the cause.
Dr. Rick Bartleson has been startled by the number of red tide cells he's counting daily, or dead marine life he's been asked to examine.
It's more than we've seen in past red tide events when I've been here.
Bartleson works for the Sanibel Captiva Conservation Foundation. The roads to his marine laboratory are lined with trash bags of dead fish and visible red tide algae. Not far is the mouth of the Caloosahatchee River, which carries discharged water and recently toxic blue-green algae from Lake Okeechobee. But he says one is not causing the other.
The blue-green algae isn't causing the red tide to bloom. We already had a red tide bloom that's been ongoing. We already have a lot of red tide cells out there. They already have a lot of nutrient sources.
Red tide experts at Mote Marine Laboratory say red tide forms offshore and is a saltwater species unlike the algae in Lake O. Bartleson says it's unlikely Lake Okeechobee water is even coming as far north as Sarasota.
We have some water that goes up to, say, Redfish Pass. It doesn't make it up to Boca Grande, though, so you definitely don't get any up at Sarasota from there.
What can end up feeding red tide is something we can't see. The high levels of phosphorus and iron starting in Lake Okeechobee and traveling to the Gulf. And although it's almost impossible to prove in a water sample containing red tide, those are nutrients that can sustain a bloom like we've seen.
If you take a glass of phytoplankton, you add nutrients, you get a bloom in that glass.
ABC 7's Adam Cellini reporting there. And coming up a little later in our newscast, a story on how red tide is impacting area hotels. Well, right now, Sarasota County Fire Department crews are clearing the scene of an emergency helicopter landing in North Sarasota. That helicopter landed safely near some railroad tracks at 23rd Street and Leon Avenue around 4:15 this afternoon. Sarasota County firefighters say 2 people were on board the chopper, an instructor and a student. During the flight, the check engine light came on. Out of concern, the student pilot landed the helicopter in an open field. No one was injured, and a maintenance team is on the scene checking to see if that chopper can fly back to the airport.
If it's safe to take off, we're going to let them. But there's 2 options. It'll either take off out of here or they're going to have to tow it out of here.
Now, new at 6, Sarasota County Sheriff's detectives charging a Venice man with sending sexual images to an 11-year-old girl. After a 2-month investigation, Kelby Burson is behind bars today. Deputies say he was sending and asking for explicit pictures to preteen girls through Snapchat. The Venice man faces several charges now of transmitting harmful material to minors. Palmetto police are asking for your help to identify the owner of a truck. They say it was involved in a hit-and-run crash that left 1 person seriously hurt. Detectives say they're also looking to talk to Tommy Lowen, pictured here on the left. They think he may have some information involved. Call Palmetto Police with any tips. Crews working to fix a water main break in downtown Bradenton this morning were hampered even further when another pipe broke. It will take up to 2 weeks to repair the roadway there. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo joins us live from Bradenton tonight. Dwayne?
Well, Scott, a couple of weeks, maybe even longer, because of the break that happened this morning. Our ABC 7 crew just happened to be here when the second pipe broke. It happened as work crews tried to shut down a water valve to fix the water main that broke yesterday. Sarah Calandro and her crew at Folly Bryant Architecture in Bradenton had meetings all morning, but today they're dealing with something unexpected. Another water main break right in front of their shop.
Besides for a little bit of distraction and the noise, the city has jumped on this and they're doing a great job at getting it fixed.
Shutting down a few blocks, the first break happened when a communications contractor drilled through a water main, sending a stream of water down the road. Manatee Avenue cracked and gave way. So now the Florida Department of Transportation will step in to make sure that portion of the road is repaired. But although the noise and the construction is not affecting the agency, it is affecting cats that need to be adopted. Manatee County Animal Services had to shut down its facility. It will remain closed indefinitely. Division Chief for Manatee Animal Services, Sarah Brown, says more than 30 cats housed at their downtown location will now be sent to other locations in the county.
We're not sure when we're going to be able to reopen that. So, of course, we're always looking for people to foster animals, volunteers to help out.
Now remember, there's still significant road reconstruction that needs to be done, so you'll continue to see detour signs around Manatee Avenue for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Reporting live in downtown Bradenton, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
All right, Dwayne, thank you. The historic Manatee County Courthouse is covered with tarp so crews can treat it for termites. The courthouse on Manatee Avenue West closed at noon today and will reopen Monday. The building draped with tarps while crews fumigate it. Now, that doesn't mean their services, though, will be halted.
I feel like it's vital. It's vital to our customers, our citizens. They want to still conduct their business, pay their tickets, pay their child support. We need to stay open so the business can run smoothly, and that's what we're doing.
During the closure, the Clerk of Circuit Court's office will still offer some services at the Judicial Center next door, including child support customer service case managers and court-related services like marriage license and passport applications. But again, that old courthouse will open again on Monday. Still to come in your Suncoast News, we'll show you how to get the best bang for your buck during the tax-free back-to-school sale this weekend.
I'm not used to seeing all these dead fish.
And how red tide is affecting tourism.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
According to Golf Digest, 2 of the nation's top golf resorts are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, the Auburn Opelika Marriott at Grand National, and the Renaissance Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa in Birmingham. Plus, the Marriott at Grand National was recognized as Hotel of the Year by Marriott International. Experience luxury and world-class golf Southern style. Visit rtjgolf/resorts or call 800-949-4444 to book your trip to the trail.
Sarasota County's economy is now feeling the effects of red tide. Tourism officials say visitors have canceled reservations at a majority of hotels in the area because of the bloom. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from Longboat Key this evening to share if we can expect to see maybe more visitors on Manatee County beaches. Erica?
Scott, good evening. Tourism officials say hotels in our area see the lowest number of visitors in August and September. But that number may be even lower because of the red tide and all of these dead fish plaguing our beaches. As the waves crash ashore on Sarasota County beaches, more dead fish line the sand.
I'm not used to seeing all these dead fish.
Sarasota's most popular tourist destinations are seeing and smelling the effects of red tide, giving visitors like Heath Jansen an unfavorable opinion of our award-winning beaches.
Close to the house and near the street, it's a very noxious smell.
Sarasota Bay's notorious clear blue water is now brown and murky, filled with dead fish and eel. For the first time in months, beachgoers have their choice of parking spots on Siesta. Also plagued with vacancies, local hotels. A survey by Visit Sarasota found 75% of area hotels had canceled reservations due to red tide concerns.
We certainly talk to people and
they do tell us that, you know, they couldn't stick it out on the beach.
Rob Ferguson with the Sarasota Bradenton Hotel Committee says some of those visitors are staying closer inland or in Manatee County, where the water has lower concentrations of red tide. Florida Fish and Wildlife says the red tide bloom may be moving north, which is why Longboat Key is now seeing more dead fish along its beaches.
As soon as we walk out, we just start coughing and sneezing. There's a bunch of dead fish everywhere, and the smell is really bad.
And while the water off Coquina is still active with fishermen and boaters, Manatee tourism officials are preparing for the worst, staffing extra cleanup crews over the weekend in case dead fish wash ashore on local beaches. Planning ahead so visitors like Jansen don't leave the Suncoast with a bad impression.
We came here to spend time on the beach, and we can't really do that.
Now, we asked tourism officials if they think this red tide bloom will affect visitors from returning in the future. The Sarasota Bradenton Hotel Committee says that's highly possible. But the Bradenton Area Visitors Bureau says as long as they're honest and keep visitors up to date on the conditions that we're facing here, those visitors are more likely to return. Reporting live on Longboat Key, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Erica, thank you. It looks like Erica's the only one out there on the beach at this hour.
Even with the red tide, just looking down the beach, it's so beautiful. We have a beautiful Suncoast, and this too will pass.
It will.
And the wind will probably change and help conditions get better over the weekend. We'll hope for that. Taking a look at the Lakewood Ranch cam. Those clouds thicken as we go through the sequence here and darken, and you can actually see a couple thunderstorms pass by late in the sequence there. That's moved on by and heading toward Tampa Bay. There could be a couple more as we move through the evening, but I think most of the heavy rain or thunderstorms is over, and a lot of people didn't even get a drop. We didn't get a drop here at the studio, but it came this close to us. 88, the current temperature with a thunderstorm in the area, according to the airport observation. Dew point 72, down a little bit. Winds are calm, so that storm didn't seem to be too heavy for us. The high today, 91. Last night's low, 74. Look at that, pretty close to the money. We have been that way for several days, very close to normal for the state. It is sultry across the state of Florida. It feels like it's 98 in Tampa, Daytona Beach 95, Miami 97. And across our viewing area, up at Parrish 101. It was 103 a few minutes ago, and I think with that storm passing by, there's a little lag in this data. They're going to cool off from that rain that's passing by there, which we'll look at on radar in a minute. The storms did erupt again. It's this pattern that has developed in the last couple of days where winds are more easterly and southeasterly, and that's where the storms are coming from. They collide with the sea breeze front from the Gulf of Mexico, triggering those storms, and it's just a parade of storms during the late afternoon and evening hours. And that parade is just about over. This is the last of them for a while, but we do have one little batch left. I was talking about Parrish. That's the outflow from that area of storms now moving into Tampa Bay. Heart of Bradenton looks like it's getting some showers and some lightning too, but I think that's going to be it, and maybe hit and miss for the rest of the evening hours. But if you're out there, be alert to these powerful lightning bolts because they could kill you. Those blue positive bolts that come from way up high and hit the ground. If they hit you, that's pretty much history. Flood warnings and watches all up and down the Atlantic coast as a result of a really stalled weather system that's been there for several days. It will slowly dry out over the weekend. The change in our weather pattern has been a result of this high pressure that has been channeling winds more from the easterly direction instead from the south, and that's a good thing. Look at temperatures across the country. Not good. 101 at Bismarck, hotter than that out west with a very high fire danger. Our hurricane outlook, nothing to worry about in the Atlantic. The conditions are not favorable for development, are not likely to become favorable anytime soon. We will have to keep an eye on the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Western Atlantic over the next few weeks as the hurricane season typically heats up in late August and into September. But right now, it looks like there are no major problems. Here's our forecast for the next 7 days, showing a good chance of showers and thunderstorms. Well, let's do the future cast first. I got to do that. Afternoon, evening showers and thunderstorms developing and then clearing out at night, and then they build up again each afternoon and evening. That's the pattern that will last right on through Sunday. Now, that 7-day outlook. Only a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. It's 50-50 chance, up to 60 on Sunday. And then next week, I think on and off, depending on the wind, as a result of that Bermuda high will trigger either a 30% chance or a 40%. Really uncertain, but that's the best guess we've got going right now with temperatures remaining near seasonal normal. That's our weather, Scott.
All right, Steve, thank you. Well, one local company is trying to help some Suncoast kids get the things they need to go back to school. This Saturday, volunteers from Gettle Automotive Group will be at the Walmart on Cattleman Road in Sarasota and the Walmart on State Road 64 in Bradenton from 10 until 2, collecting supplies and backpacks to donate to both the Manatee and Sarasota Education Foundations. Walmart in Venice was taken over by police officers and their new friends as members from the Venice PD helped a dozen kids get ready to go back to school. This was the department's 30th annual Shop with a Cop event, where they provided about $300 for the 12 kids from the community, plus a shopping buddy for a day in the department's office. The Venice Police Department works with the Salvation Army to select the children who need the most help this year. More children under 5 in Florida die from drowning in pools than in any other state. According to the State Fire Marshal's Office, there were 51 pool or hot tub related child deaths just last year. That's up 20% from 2016. Now, residential swimming pools do not have the same safety standards and regulations as commercial and hotel pools, and that can be a problem since so many visitors to the state now rent through companies like Airbnb, and families often spend vacations in single-family homes rather than the traditional hotels.
In the time it takes to put in a load of laundry, a child can drown. So it's something that we are pushing and trying to raise awareness on. Always supervise your kids. Don't take your eyes off the pool for a second.
Florida has the second highest number of residential swimming pools in the country, and the state is working with vacation rental companies to better educate visitors about the potential dangers of those pools. When we come back, we're going to show you how one local woman is taking the red tide problem into her own hands. Stay with us.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
Florida's coral reefs are declining. Bad news for our oceans and marine life. Fortunately, you can help, and you don't have to dive, you just have to drive. When you purchase Moat's Protect Our Reefs license plate, $25 goes directly to Moat Marine Laboratory, whose research, restoration, and conservation programs are helping this precious natural resource thrive once again. So get your Moat Protect Our Reefs license plate today. You just might hold the key to saving Florida's reefs.
You know, fortunately, this was my first job out of college, so I was able to come back home and work in my hometown. I wore two hats. I was sports director and I was a news anchor. I did that for a few years and then decided to go full-time into news. Well, I love our team here at ABC7. We have a great mix, and it really is a great mix of personalities, of experience that meshes really well into a really strong team. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new animal adventure. There is a place in Florida you can go year-round and you will more likely than not see an alligator, a wild alligator in their native environment. Join us this week on ABC7.
County workers are not the only ones doing their part to clean up dead fish along our beaches. One Minnesota Beach resident sent us these photos of what she picked up today. Kathy Simon says she regularly picks up trash on the beach, and this was no different. She hopes to inspire others to do the same. And you're still watching some showers around the area right now.
There's one left. And check out on the radar. It's right in the heart of Bradenton right now and up toward Ellenton, moving out over Tampa Bay. And that's going to be it. There's about a slight chance we'll see some for the rest of the evening, but it's tomorrow afternoon that they'll fire up again.
Okay. Steve, thank you. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. Our next news is at 7 and then again at 11. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Hello, Mom.
Amanda's mom's appointment just got rescheduled for today. Amanda needs Right at Home. Our customized care plan provides as much or as little help as her mom requires, whether it's a ride to the doctor or help around the house.
Oh, of course. Tom, I am really sorry. I've got to go.
Look, call Right at Home. Get the right care right at home.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
My California closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
Being empowered starts with getting informed, looking closer. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. But many of us don't know there are different types of breast cancer with different characteristics. That was me. Learning about the specifics of my diagnosis gave me the confidence to make informed treatment decisions with my doctor. This meant everything to me and my family. So take another look. Ask another question. Learn more at notonetype.org.